Hello to my subscribers and to any happy accidents that come by. I wanted to share something brief from something my mother gave me. This isn't a book she gave me, but it is an author she gave me. When I was in my teens and dissatisfied with life, which it hasn't gone away, but that's when it started before then. But anyway, she recommended to me H.L. Mencken, or Henry Louis Mencken. He was born in Baltimore and died there. He was an editor and a writer. He was born in 1880, died in 1956, had a stroke in 1948, which left him unable to write. And he was very cantankerous and against all the, I shouldn't say all the institutions, against people who pretended to know better, which certainly appealed to my adolescent self. He was active during World War I and World War II. He was not a religious man at all. He was a man of science, which unfortunately at that time also included, eugenics. So he had racial and nationalist bigotries, and he always made allowance for the person of rare intelligence. That is, the person who thought like he did. But he's kind of out of favor now. But I'm going to read something very short from him. This is from The Young Mencken, collected by Carl Bode, B-O-D-E. This is out of print, printed 1973, but this is from 1916, and he is answering his mail in the newspaper. He was in the Baltimore Sun papers. This is from page 524. Mother's Day. From an esteemed stranger comes a polite objection to my late doctrine that the man who will begaude himself with a carnation in order to inform strangers that he loves his mother is a cad. This stranger hymns the custom, apparently a Baltimore invention, how characteristic, as touching and beautiful, and argues that every decent man should be willing to set aside one day a year for honoring his mother. A typical piece of sentimental reasoning. What should be obvious and indisputable requires a public ceremonial to prove it. Why not a day for wearing little tin bathtubs to prove that one bathes in the patriotic American manner once a week? Why not white hatbands for gentlemen who are true to their wives? It is precisely the mark of the cad that he makes a public boast of what is inseparable from decency. He is the fellow who marches grandly in preparedness parades to show off his valor, his patriotism, his willingness to die for his country. He is the fellow who insults his mother by making a spectacle of the fact that he is on good terms with her. The cad becomes a widespread American type. One hears his mellifluous wind music on all sides. He is the newly hatched right thinker, full of conceit in his new pieties. What passes of late for the American spirit, how Washington would have marveled at it, is no more than a cad's spirit. It is chiefly made manifest by a booming pretension to a moral grandeur, a noble beauty of character, a lofty detachment from common weakness, which one actually finds in no country so little as in this one. Idealism, fush! A man does not serve his country by canting, snuffling, and marching in parades. He serves her by striving to make her clean, brave, just, intelligent, and worthy of respect. And he does not honor his mother by making up like an honorary pallbearer. He serves her by doing his work in the world, whatever it may be, in a way that does her credit, and by remembering his debt to her every day of his life. Thank you for listening to Mr. Mencken. I'll sign off with a poll quote they put at the end of this section. Without a doubt, there are women who would vote intelligently. There are also men who knit socks beautifully.